Hello, and welcome back to Myriad Caves with Brian. We are continuing in the Forlorn Legacy today. I am picking up pretty much where I left off from the previous episode, but I went ahead and went back to the start of this entrance so that we could start together. There's two main things that I know I want to do definitely in this episode. One is the last time I was here, I started going over to this house up on the hill over to the right, and there were a ton of zombies that I heard and never managed to find the source of. That seemed like they were kind of like farther around the right side of this house. And so, oh, look, there's another entrance down here. Okay. They were probably coming from down here somewhere. So I want to start exploring this. The other thing I know I definitely want to do is there was an anvil somewhere kind of in the back left of this area. And I want to get the anvil because my anvil finally broke. I used it like 25 times or something before it got degraded at all, and then I think I used it like 5 more times and it degraded all the rest of its durability away. What is... Oh, there's... Okay, staircase up here. Yeah, definitely the layouts of these houses are more intricate than I originally appreciated. Alright, I'm taking a bit of damage here. I'm playing a little bit sloppy. Get things started. Yeah, and so I was lucky with the anvil, but I found more anvils, and so even though I have more than a stack of iron at this point, I prefer not to spend the iron because, I mean, it costs a lot of iron in order to make an anvil. What do we got here? The Greatest Pigman's Blade. It's got Unbreaking 3. That's actually a pretty good sword. Might I want to put mending on that? I'm not sure that I'd be able to. It's got sharpness 4, smite 3, knockback, and looting. Let's try using it for a little bit and get a sense of... I think a golden sword only has 17 uses by default, but Unbreaking 3 should increase that to more like 60 or something. So let's use it a few times and just get a sense... Oh, there's a bat here. Let's use it on the bat. Because I like killing bats. However, I happen to miss. I'm not going to bother trying to track him down. Okay, is there any more loot over here? No, and I'm still hearing the zombies. So we still have not found the source of all the zombies, which I'm quite curious about. Something I really haven't been paying attention to is things like this as well. Like, that's a good place to hide a spawner. And so it could be the case that I've missed some spawners by not seeing flames come up through things like that before. That one was related to Sidenmaster's house, and Sidenmaster, I believe, played Big Leaf Forest along with War Never Changes. They did that like multiplayer, and I'm not sure if we've kind of gone through the whole house over here. Still took 3 hits to kill that zombie with this sword, so I found that underwhelming already. Let's go ahead and eat some food. Oh, there he is. Man, that skeleton is like totally hidden in the tall grass there. I think perhaps I did manage to break up all this. It's got knockback. It's got some nice features on the sword. I think I did 2-hit kill that zombie. If I get crits, it seems like it's a 2-hit kill. I haven't used up too much durability out of it. But I think basically that house is done. But I really... Oh, crap. Oh, there's a house made of sponge over here. So this is another thing that I like about what Render is doing, and some of them are wet sponges and some of them are dry sponges. Interesting. What Render is doing with this area, which is rather than have it be the very repetitive, kind of samey kind of stuff that I've seen in some other maps like Ragecraft, when you have areas like this. Like, there's variety. There's not only good loot to incentivize going to all these places, but there's also a variety of types of houses. The sponge house, I'm curious to go check out, but I really want to find the anvil before I forget about it. So I'm going to run over to where I think I remember where it is. So I think over here in kind of the back left is where I remember seeing the anvils. Looks like there are a couple of houses that I've already looted over here. This one seems relatively big, and this is one that I haven't gone in yet. But I'm not going to go in it just right now. Although I am going to run in and just quickly add some light while it's quiet. And then probably spawn some mobs, like these skeletons. And then I can run back later and have fewer mobs to deal with because the place will already be a little bit lit up, is the idea. But I think the anvils are somewhere back over here. Maybe? I was just talking about the fact that I like the fact that Render avoided the trap of making everything too samey by... Oops. I would like to pick up my water bucket, please. By having some kind of tribute houses that were like houses that I think are people who have previously played as maps, and the houses that they built maybe in Goliath or in Big Leaf Forest, which were Render's 2 previous maps. But then right after I said that, I'm getting lost in this area because all the houses are looking samey. I remember coming up here, but I'm not sure if this is where the anvil was or not. I feel like in my head it was somewhere near the back left. Right, this is the giant house that we spent a little bit of time in. Here's the castle that I really haven't gone up to at all yet, and so it seems like we're going to get a little bit of a better look at that, somewhat unintentionally, since I seem to be here now. Yeah, we'll just leave those guys there. Hey, buddy. I really like the knockback 2 on this sword. Was it knockback 2, or is it something crazy like knockback 3? It's still taking a lot of hits to kill these creepers, though. So the sword is... it's good, but it's not amazing. Swords in general, I guess, are never going to be amazing in Minecraft nowadays, unless they're really ridiculous. Why was I looking at my inventory? There was something I wanted to look at. I don't remember what it was. So let's just get moving again. Alright, let's do that. Oh, I wanted to check out the level of knockback on the sword. Right. Let's do that after we have this lit up. And this creeper spawner destroyed. It is knockback 2. Okay, so knockback 2 gives a lot of knockback. Knockback is great for crowd control. I don't think there's anything hidden under there. While I'm here, I'll quickly check these, because coal is always welcome. Yeah, I was coming back here in order to try to find the anvils, and they weren't where I thought they were, and so now at this point I'm, I guess, doing some more exploration of all these houses. And so more of the same, but it's still fun. Let's see, are there other things, kind of random things that I want to talk about? Oh, hello. As I'm doing this, nothing kind of jumps out at me right now. This gold sword with Unbreaking 3, it's lasting longer than I was expecting it to. And it seems, even though it's not like super great, how much is it going to take to kill this baby zombie if I don't get rid of him? I managed to kill him. There's some randomness with things like sharpness and smite. But this sword overall, it might be better than the sword I was previously using. The zombie pathfinding seems to really be... I saw that with creepers earlier as well. I think when they get stuck inside potted plants, their pathfinding can't seem to like figure out how to escape. It would be interesting to see if you could like somehow like turn that into a trap for monsters or something. Because those are the types of mechanics that I like to think about. Even if they're probably not useful, it's like, it's one of those things that could be fun. What do we get? Oh, another protection too! Nice! Nice, nice, nice. I actually have another protection too. I could actually make a protection 4 if I had an anvil. So let's maybe go back to prioritizing trying to find the anvil once again, because that would really help me out at this point. I could always make one if I had to. Alright, let's knock him off. Oh, I thought perhaps I'd knocked him over the fence. I did not. I could just let him blow up, but the houses are kind of pretty. We'll try to keep them together. Is there anything else out here? Nope, just deck chairs on the balcony. Okay. If I were the anvil, where would I be? Let's try to run along kind of like the front of the castle. I don't want to go in the castle just yet, because I expect the castle is going to be more dangerous. Apparently... Oh, is this going to be purple? Purple is, in terms of the way that the monument is laid out, the only of the walls that are kind of on the left half of the circle of colors. I'm not sure how or why. It seems like on the monument, Render tried to put them kind of in rainbow order, but then in terms of the way that they're actually the order that you find them in the map, like, there's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it as far as I can figure out, so I'm not... At some point I'll have to ask Render, like, why this is the purple area, and if purple is, like, the second thing on the monument. But this is much farther into the map. I don't know what's going on there. But these are minor details. We should instead focus on things of more importance, such as not dying to a bunch of skeletons in this crazy room. Okay, let's get another bit of light. Oh. So another bit of using all of these details, things like, let me kill this skeleton and then point it out. Eat a piece of steak too. Things like all these buttons and pressure plates. I can't put a torch here or here or here or here. I was trying to place a torch a moment ago. And so in addition to just being kind of like design aesthetics, they also actually have game mechanical significance from the point of view of preventing the players from being able to place torches where they want to. And I'm not sure how much of that is intentional versus just kind of like happenstance. I don't know how much of it is render is just trying to make the area look pretty versus render is intentionally trying to thwart the player from being able to place light sources. But either way, it works pretty well in order to make this a little bit more challenging than it might otherwise be. And yeah, these are the types of things that I don't think I would ever be able to do in vanilla swirl, kind of like randomly generated maps. There's a lot of very fine details that would be hard to encode procedurally without a ton of effort, and so I think are still limited to the realm of manual map makers. What do we got? First off, let me just drop off all of the carpets that I've been picking up that are cluttering up my inventory. We have experience bottles, we have blocks. I'm always picking up the blocks because you can never have enough blocks. I've only 4 gold ingots. I can't recall if I've found gold ingots before. I found some gold nuggets. Glistering melons is another example of come on, Brian, use your words. Is another example of a potion ingredient. And like I said, I'm not sure if and when we're ever going to get netherwort, but we have been starting to be occasionally given potion ingredients. And so that makes me think we're going to be able to brew our own potions at some point later on in the map. I'm walking across these carpets because I've already been on the floor below. And so I'm relatively convinced that they couldn't conceal a trap. For those who are wondering if I've become incautious. And I think let's just do this. There's probably a chest in this room, I would guess. So let's try to take out the creepers through the window. I guess it's not really a window. I don't know. Can you call it a window if I just like punched a hole through the wall? Okay, actually, here's what we should do. What I should do is break this. Actually, break this. There we go. And break the spawner. And now take out the guys through the window. And yeah, I guess if I could probably call it a window and then say that like I've upgraded the property or whatever, like improve the property value by adding a new window to a building on the second floor. I think that sounds perfectly reasonable. And not at all. Oh gosh, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Alright, is there a chest in here? The answer is no. This room was just here to spawn creepers. But they did drop some good loot, including another book that I didn't even get a chance to see what it was. But I'm really starting to, yeah, improve my book count. Which once again means I really need to find the anvils. So let's get back to that, I guess. It looks like this building is done. Yes, this building is done. So we're going to close off. We're going to attempt to close off the front. I was trying to run past the, whatchamacallit. I'm not going to go in this building. I'm just going to add some light. Oh, I remember this. These signs. I think possibly the anvil is actually over here. Just adding some light in the front door. Right, and these little stalls. Yes, the anvil is right over here. So let's grab... There's 2 anvils. I see a spawner right here, and so I'm just going to take a moment to take the opportunity to break it. Add a little bit more light in here while I'm here. Let's grab my anvils. That's right, they're my anvils. Don't need that. And it looks like they're fully repaired too, which is great, and there's 2 of them. My inventory, I still have a bit of crap in my inventory, so I could try to loot one more house while we're here together on camera. So let's go to one that I haven't been standing next to for a couple of seconds, and therefore have not spawned a bunch of monsters in already. I haven't really been taking advantage of that strategy very much. It's often been the case that I'll go to house 1 and then I'll move over to the house number 2 right next to it. And it would probably be a better strategy to like do house number 1 and then go like 3 houses over so that, oh crap, oh boy, so that any of the monsters that you'd already spawned in that house, you know, from standing next door to it or whatever, like you wouldn't have to deal with. I don't feel like I'm explaining that super well, but hopefully you guys are able to infer what I'm trying to communicate based on my poor choices of words. Just to get a stick out of my inventory, let's go ahead and do that. Still have plenty of torches, and if I find a chest, I can drop off some more crap inventory that I don't need right now. I've already forgotten. Was there a chest in here? There is a chest here. I've not been very good at like looking to see if any of these chests could be hooked up to traps, so that's something I do need to be a little bit more cognizant of. Slime ball, I don't know that we've encountered a slime ball before. There's still these jump boost potions that don't seem like they're going to be very valuable to me. But then there are a number of things that do look valuable. Spawn cow. I feel like I gotta take it just because... Actually, no, I don't need cow eggs. I've already got mushrooms, and I could shear them and turn them into cows if I ever wanted cows. And so I don't really need that. I suppose it would be convenient. Who is there? Whoa! There's a basement! And is this like a secret door to the basement? It's very quiet down here. Almost too quiet. This is interesting. Before... What's the chances that this whole thing is going to blow up? I just want to try to see if, by any chance... no, okay. There's, like, explosives hidden in here. I feel really claustrophobic, and this seems like potentially too much good stuff, so I want to have a good escape route. What do we got in here? Okay, this was right off the downstairs where I first came in. So this is like a storage pantry or something. And so if I want to get out of this building really quickly... yeah, there's multiple ways that I could get out. Actually... yeah, if I need to, I could just do that. Alright, let's try opening a chest. Oh, blocks! Neat. Okay, so maybe it's going to be... yeah, it looks like it's just going to be blocks. Okay, I like blocks. I am going to sort through this and decide which of these I want to take. Go ahead and top off some bricks right now. And yeah, then bring some stuff, bring a load of stuff back home, I guess, or at least my ender chest. I just put a row of 5 torches outside the front door, and then I realized this house has bricks on the front. And so I wonder if that's supposed to clue me in that it contains a bunch of blocks. And so I wonder if some of these other houses that have signs, like I wonder if this one's going to have a cache of weapons somewhere inside. In any case, that's pretty cool. I dropped off some inventory in the ender chest, so let's go check out this like spongy house over here. I'm curious to see if it'll have a sign on it that labels if it belongs to someone. Dynamite. Alright. Neat. Oh, right. Wet sponge blocks have little, like, dripping particles coming down from them, apparently. Is this the entire house? Is there an attic? Need more sponge! Knockback, sharpness, and power. Is there any way that I could really take advantage of that? Knockback 5. It's rare that one would get a knockback 5 item. Let's actually put it on the bar for a moment. Need to make sure that I don't accidentally right-click and place this block. Let's try knockback 5 on zombie. It's a fair amount of knockback. That might be useful in some rare circumstance, and so I'm going to hold on to that. Because it might be fun. And is there a roof on this place? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's necessarily any attic space up there, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's see. And it seems like I'm trying not to light up the very back corners. I did see the creeper there. The very back corners of this area so that I don't end up kind of mob capping it. There's some more houses over here, I think. Oh, Crybox. Hold on. I hear Pigman, who is inside there. Okay. Let's light up around the outside. But I think I don't want to come in there. I don't like pigmen in this game. Pigmen can be very... oh, and there's pigmen on the outside too. Okay. And I'm using a sword, which is potentially very dangerous. There's a tree over here. What does this say? Chipmunk's treehouse. Chipmunk. I know of a chipmunk who is a creator of some other maps that I've watched other people play. Honestly, I was not very fond of them. Didn't like his kind of map making style, if it's the same person I'm thinking of. But let's take a look at what is up in this house. And I do have my protection and feather falling boots on. And this is the first time in this area that I've been up very high. And so I just wanted to make sure I have the appropriate boots for it. But is there anything up here? Okay, there's a chest up here. I hear another spider, but he might have just like spawned over on the wall and fallen down somewhere. So I'm not too worried about it, and I don't think this could be a trap. Nature's Gift. Looting 4, Sharpness 3. Once again, looting 4 is something you wouldn't normally get. And this could be used to kill something in a mob trap or grinder. So I don't know that I'll necessarily ever need that. But it's the type of rare item that I might as well hold on to just in case I want to use it somewhere later in the game. So that's good. Is there anything else up here that I might have missed? I don't know that I looked in the furnaces. Oh yeah, there's another room over here. Hello. With a spider. And it sounds like another spider. I don't know if he was on the ceiling and I just managed to like look up at the same moment he jumped down, or what. I think I just like, yeah, that was the sound of that pressure plate. Oh, here we go. Spiders spawning from the spider spawner. Imagine that. And it sounds like there's one more up here, but I don't think there's any other stuff here to be had. Lots of different flower types and flower pots kind of throughout this whole area. From over here, looks like there's a big house right next door that I've probably already spawned a couple of monsters in if I'm close enough to it. And usually I mark the doors of the houses that I've already explored, but for this case, I'm just going to put like some bricks in front of it to help remind me that I've already gone up there. And since I think I've probably already spawned some monsters in that house, we will skip that house. And instead, let's go to War's house. War never changes. Who is also playing this map. And so if you're looking for other people who are playing the map, you can go check them out on the YouTubes. I would say of the people I've watched on YouTube, his playthrough is the most similar to mine. In terms of kind of overall play style. I've seen some other people who are speedrunners and then some other people who are somewhat inexperienced at CTM maps. Spawn bats. Oh, Render. And it's appropriate that he puts that in War's house, because War gets really annoyed by all the bats that Render has in his area. There's a hole right here. That's not very nice. Let's go upstairs and see what else. Okay. That we find in this house. Apparently, creeper is one of the things one would find upstairs. Let's go up the other staircase, since this one got blown up. Yeah, it seems like kind of like a shell of a house. I'm trying to remember. I feel like in one of the big forest areas, there was kind of a house similar to this that War made, maybe, or I can't remember. It's been a long time since I watched War play through Goliath. And I think it was only one of the only full playthroughs of Goliath that I saw on YouTube was on War's channel. And yeah, in my mind, yeah, Goliath is definitely the map that got Render on my radar. I believe it was his first CTM map. And yeah, I think at the time I would have described it as a map that had kind of like all the good aspects and all of the bad aspects of Legendary. It seems like Render borrowed very heavily from Vex's Legendary when creating his first map, Goliath. War's Scream. Sharpness 3, Knockback 2, Looting 2, Fire Protection 5, Inspiration 3. That item is not going to be useful to me in any way. But very nice, and lots of paintings. War does like having a lot of paintings. He has a lot of paintings around his base. Currently in his playthrough of Myriad Caves, and he's also built a whole lot of Prismarine in the Lumenspire Cavern. It's starting to look pretty nice at the time I'm recording this. And there was another chest down at the bottom, it looks like, that I'm not sure that I looked in. So let's go check that out after dispatching the skeleton. Boom! Says Boom at the moment that he misses firing the arrow. Oh, that was the bats, right, okay. I'd already forgotten what it was. And, ooh, there's an emerald down there! I'm glad that creeper blew up. If the creeper had not blown up, I don't think I would have found that. I do want to make the area a little bit safer before I go fetch that emerald, so let's Let's figure out how is the best way to do that. Step 1 is probably killing off a few of the extra mobs. And step 2 is probably adding a little bit of extra light. And there's probably a step that involves underpants and profit and all kinds of things. Yeah. So in any case, yeah, War is the only full playthrough I know of Goliath. Actually, that's not true, because very recently, LNG, Later Night Gamer, who is excellent at CTMs and just kind of has a natural speedrun objective kind of style or whatever, I think he actually already finished Goliath. He did it in like 12 episodes. And Goliath is kind of like the same size map as this one, and so, you know, this map's going to take me 100 episodes. Just get a sense of how fast LNG tends to go through maps. This is Emerald 32, okay. And this one was closer to the entrance. But still not right at the entrance, and so I have a feeling I missed number 31 somewhere, because I think I've... Well, I'm not entirely sure of that. I was going to say I think I've done all the houses that are closer than this one. But yes, if you're looking for other people to watch play some CTM maps, I might recommend War Never Changes and Later Night Gamer. In any case, we have an emerald, and an emerald is important to drop off, so I'm going to go drop it off in the ender chest to make sure it stays safe. I'm once again near the back left of the area. There was a house over here that I just kind of stepped inside and added a little bit of light on the ground floor. I remember there was a skeleton spawner somewhere over on the right, but I think rather than deal with the ground floor right now, I'm going to head upstairs and just try to rush it. Attempt to get a little bit of light into some of these rooms. I should probably shut these doors, but for whatever reason I'm not bothering to. Oh, there's a some kind of spawner in the chandelier right here. That is probably well enough lit unless it's blazes. Let's actually build our way over there really quick and just see what kind of spawner this is. What would you put here? Oh, cave spiders. It seems like that was well enough lit that the cave spiders were never going to spawn. And so I'm not sure if that was like somehow a decorative spawner, which seems questionable, or maybe if there's water that's going to come running out at some point and somehow extinguish the torches, or... I don't know, that seems like a curious spawner placement to me, but I don't have an explanation for it right at the moment. Let's see, and I guess I haven't explored this place well enough to know if this could be a trap, so let's do that to get rid of those. Okay, no chests in here. Doesn't look like, looks like this just has kind of like a sloping sea. Oh no, there is another floor. I was going to say, it doesn't look like there's another way up. Yikes! Hey, creeper. I have some arrows. Alright, let's go ahead and eat a little food. Oh! That looks like a grand treasure chest. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there are any particular special items that I know Render has given out in previous maps that I have not yet found in this map, but I really don't remember them. Like Render's special items? Okay, I do know that Render always likes to do that, which is hide spawners around the corner. You're distracted by looking in one direction, and you forget to look behind you as you walk into the room, and that's where all the spawners and creepers are sneaking up on you. And so fortunately, I'm sufficiently familiar. I still have 43 arrows, too. Okay. Could be a creeper sneaking up on me to the right. Let's be careful. Okay, looks like there's no creepers here, although they are on the outside. Let's get some light back here. Like so. Okay, and there's still a creeper here. Creeper is the guy I'm worried the most about. Crap! Alright, well, he just blew up his spawner. Alright, the skeletons may do a little bit of damage to me, but... is there still another skeleton? I'm not too worried. Yes, there is still another skeleton. There's also a creeper on the ledge over here. Can he walk up? He can. Okay. Is he dead yet? I think he's dead now. Oh, there's... Okay, I see the spawner up here now. Great. Which means there might, based on the other grand treasure chest that we've seen, there might also be a spawner kind of like below, kind of like the bottom center of this thing. Let's do this. Bink, 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 bink. So we'll go up here, break this one. We'll go kill the skeleton who just spawned on the other side. You did not take very much to kill. And then we'll take a look. It does not look like there's a spawner on the bottom, which makes sense, because I don't think there would be any room for him to spawn. Just in case somehow creepers or something is still out there and is going to be able to find a way to me, I'm going to do that. But I think we're sufficiently safe in this room. I don't know that we've lit up everything on the previous floor below, and I don't want to be spawning more monsters while I'm inspecting the treasure. Yeah, let's deal with the rest of these rooms, and then we'll go back up there and check out what's inside the grand treasure chest. My guess is since there's a grand treasure chest up there, there's not going to be any other chests in any of these rooms. But we will try to look around just to make sure we're not missing loot, because the loot in this area has been pretty good. Yeah, pretty good might actually be an understatement. The loot in this area has been the best loot that I've found thus far in the map. But yeah. Oh, here's another chest. Okay. What do we got? Oh, another Infinity book. Nice. I got one recently. I haven't bothered putting it on. I hear creepers, but I think they spawned on the roof earlier. I haven't bothered putting the Infinity book on my bow yet, because I still have plenty of arrows and arrow ingredients. And I think what I'll end up doing is just making a second bow at some point, and putting some good things on it, including Infinity, because it's better to have 2 very good bows rather than 1 super awesome bow, in my opinion. Because at some point I might lose it, and I'd like to just have the second one ready to go. What do we have in here? We have the Ruby armor set, which is fire protection. Full set grants strength 1. All right. Isn't immediately clear to me when that will come in handy, but one imagines that it might. We've seen other sets of similar armor to this that are leather armor. And I didn't even notice, is it called? Yeah, Grand Treasure Chest. All right. I'm not sure that I did the entire first floor of this house. In fact, I'm relatively certain. Hold on. I hear witches like out here. Is there like a balcony out here? Hold on. Let's take a more careful look. It could just be a random spawn, but there it is. Okay. There's the witch. Did you just spawn randomly on the roof, or is there a spawner up here somewhere and possibly anything else I haven't looked at? Maybe not. All right, let's not worry about that. Let's go check out the rest of these rooms. I think there was only like 1 skeleton spawner over here, maybe. No, I'm on the second floor. I want to go down to the first floor. Here we go. Okay, so when I first ran through and lit up this room, yeah, there's a skeleton spawner somewhere over here, I seem to recall. Oh, okay, apparently some creepers in there. It looked like some pistons as well. Here's the skeleton spawner I was remembering. There's another room over here, once again, with zombies who are trapped inside flower pots and can't seem to pathfind anywhere. So that was very convenient for me. But this room also has a chest, so I figured we could look at it together. And yeah, more TNT, more blocks. I'm happy with the number of these things. I'm offloading most of the inventory back at home, but I have more anvils now, and so I'm going to place 1 there, and I guess I'll leave 1 inside here for the moment. But I seem to recall I left over here, yes, mending pickaxe with efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. And so that costs 29. I currently have 33 levels. This is probably the best time to do that. Mending efficiency 4, unbreaking 3 will be an upgrade, a direct upgrade of this guy. And now I have a backup in case one of these happens to fall in lava, but I'll go ahead and put this one away. And so now we have an efficiency 4 pick, and so that is great. I managed to use up some of my levels. We also have emerald number 32, which is going to go right here next to emerald number 33. So that is great as well. And so we found 2 of the 6 emeralds in that particular area. And yeah, managed to pick up a few more books. I got another Protection 2 book, which is great. But I guess I just used up most of my levels. And at this point, my cup runneth over. These are all of the items that I couldn't figure out where else to place in my chest right now. What did I just do with all those pistons? I guess I stacked the pistons. Actually, I stacked them in a different spot. Yeah, I've got 30 normal pistons. I'm going to go ahead and leave those next to the sticky pistons over here. But yeah, I'm going to have to pretty much redo my entire chest storage system, because at this point I'm really overflowing with loot, and a lot of it I probably don't need, but I'm not sure the best way to deal with it. But I'm not sure that I've kind of shown off everything I have in quite a while. And it's somewhat organized, but it could afford to be better. But I just thought I would open all the chests on camera. That was the kind of the chest that was already here to start at the beginning. Just to kind of show off the things I have. And then this is my recovery chest for if I die and I wanted to quickly recover with some items. And that was a chest I was using for something else. And what was over here? Some other miscellaneous recovery kind of stuff. Yeah, so I'm not sure. It's going to be a lot of effort to redo the whole chest storage system, but I think I might need to do it, so maybe I'll try to do that for the next episode. In any case, I feel like I probably rambled enough while running around in the Forlorn Legacy today. We managed to get another emerald. We got some more good loot. I'm starting to improve some of my gear. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Myriad Caves. Bye-bye.